cuts through the lies like a blade through smoke.
Fear no man, fear no evil.
Because the truth is the only thing that matters.
Dance with the devil, walk with the angels, and the truth shall set you free. This ain't for the faint of heart. This ain't for the easily offended. This is where real talk lives. Because if it ain't black, it's white.
Welcome to the one, the only, the Robb Crocker Show.
I'm pretty simple. I always eat the same thing. Bacon and some toast. But he got a chicken fried steak. But this one this past weekend was half the size of normal. So I don't know if they're getting into that or not. I think their thought process, at least at the local Cracker Barrel, will agree with how the three of us think. I don't know that the CEO will agree with what I think, but that's her fucking problem, not ours.
I'm shocked the CEO is still there.
Huh? Guess what? Time will tell.
Mm-hmm.
Time will tell. You can only lose so much money. And I don't want to. Have you seen what the CEO looks like? Have you seen a
Yeah,
pic?
yeah.
Okay. All right, let's take her, a woman who has blonde hair, who happens to be wearing black bifocals. So when you see her screenshot or whatever you want to call it, what do they call the picture that you put up for wherever you're on your website? This is my picture of the CEO of Cracker Barrel.
Like the biography,
Yes.
the about us, the contact us, please.
Yes. So when you look at this picture of this woman, you look at it, and she does not look like the CEO of Cracker Barrel. She might look like the CEO of. I'm going to be nice today.
Sprouts, Whole Foods.
Whole Foods. She is a whole food woman. So we'll leave it at that. Good news for Cracker Barrel. Good news for all the patrons who go to Cracker Barrel. Happy for you. Even though it's one of my least favorite colors.
In a fucked up standpoint, I almost think it'd be interesting if like they did this sort of marketing ploy. But
I don't think she was smart enough to do that.
no, but I mean, the capital that was risked, people's jobs are at stake. It's almost disgusting. But as Trump always says, go woke, go broke is a great example of that.
Well, the thing about it is Trump said this today. Look at all the free advertisement they've gotten over the past week. From this to where Cracker Barrel's a niche. When you're traveling down the interstate, the person in the pickup truck is the person stopping at Cracker Barrel. It's not the person in the BMW. That's why I appreciated it so much that Steak and Shake had a set of balls and called them out on it.
Mm-hmm.
Love Steak and Shake, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. So I personally, when I'm on a road trip, I'm ready to get there. This is why we talked about it many times. I drive right past Buc-ee's because it's an hour to your trip. And I just don't want to waste that time when I'm traveling. I want to go, I want to get to where I'm going to get to, and go from there.
Absolutely.
So, happy for Cracker Barrel, good on them, and CEO, if you get fired, shame on you. You should have read your audience a little bit better. So when you go to Cracker Barrel, you walk in, all of the waiters or waitresses, everyone's wearing brown. And we already know that brown is my least favorite color, other than pink. So we will go to Cracker Barrel and we will tolerate the brown aprons and we will eat dinner there.
Mm-hmm.
Think about like slightly burnt.
For dinner, Gonzo?
Absolutely. I don't have a problem with that.
Eggs. What are you going to eat for dinner if you go to Cracker Barrel?
Same
breakfast
thing as Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I go to Cracker Barrel, I'm eating breakfast food regardless.
You getting French toast? What are you getting?
No, I usually get like
Eggs, grits with extra butter,
I mean, if
bacon.
you guys would stop interrupting me and let me speak, I can think about it. No, I mean, like, I love the country ham with some eggs and the apples, the cinnamon apples
Yeah.
that they have.
So the plug for Cracker Barrel tonight is the food is on time. The management in the restaurant does a phenomenal job. It's the upper people who had let you down.
Mm-hmm.
So let's support our local Cracker Barrels.
Yes.
Let's support the waiters, the waitresses, the busboys, the cooks, and everyone there. We typically don't talk about Cracker Barrel because we're always enamored with the vineyard. I actually saw someone there this past Sunday eating brunch all by his lonesome for 30 minutes. He wasn't even eating. He was sitting there smoking a cigar, having to placate his time while he was waiting on someone. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have waited on anyone for 30 minutes, so good on him, but I guarantee you the breakfast and the brunch was good. So
Every single time.
there is no time it is not. So, all right, we got the food out of the way, so let's talk about how we get food to where we get it from. We talked about it last week a little bit. The truck driver from California who made the illegal U-turn on the Florida Turnpike.
Yeah.
And the car plunged into it and 3 people died. Well, it was found out to be that he was an illegal alien from India who could barely speak English.
Yeah, they had a translator for him.
Yes, who cannot read the interstate signs. So we always talk about trusting people, but I don't want to trust anybody who can't read.
He can't trust himself.
Yeah, exactly. So in this, the great state of Florida has implemented a new program that's coming online for all CDL drivers. If you are a CDL driver from out of state and you happen to be from a sanctuary city and you have obtained one of these driver's licenses that Florida does not recognize, you will get called at the weigh stations.
Yeah.
Because they are starting to look. When you come in there, whatever trucking company you may be working for, you're going to have to present your driver's license. And if it's a California CDL license, guess what Florida does not recognize? California.
Wow.
Let me rephrase that. I spoke incorrectly there. I actually am admitting I messed up. If you are illegal with a California
Yeah.
CDL,
Of course.
if you happen to be a 70-year-old truck driver that's been driving forever and have a California CDL, you're going to roll down the road. So I apologize for misspeaking. Damn, I actually did something wrong.
Well, you fixed
Yeah,
it.
but if you admit you're wrong, you're still right.
Absolutely. Now we're talking. I feel the wind at the back and the ship is soaring. So let's get it on and let's talk about a great day for Miss Taylor Swift
Wow.
and Travis
So real
Kelce.
fast, do we
Congratulations.
ever figure out the company that gave him a CDL?
Yes, they've lost their business license.
All right, sorry, move on.
Yep, they
Just
lost.
making sure.
Yeah, they did get caught. The administration pulled their business license out of California. But so we're going to go into the gossip side of things. We're going to bounce around a lot tonight because there's a lot of shit happening. But Travis Kelce proposed to Taylor Swift. This will probably be one of the biggest prenup agreements
Yeah.
ever. You have a billionaire woman and a millionaire football player. So when they have a kid, they're going to have a dancing football player.
A dancing, singing football player.
Yeah.
Let's
Yep.
say football player. I don't want him dancing.
Or singing
Patrick Mahomes and his family.
white. But I bet you if they do have a kid, it will be white.
Yes.
I'm putting money on that. Because if it's not, that prenup's coming in pretty hard. That prenup will come in pretty hard. But it's just so much that we talked about it as we walked into the studio. The temperatures are dropping. It's starting to feel like fall. When fall comes, football comes. This weekend is the first big weekend of college football. And I'm really excited for it. I actually predominantly care more about NFL because everyone knows I'm a big Bucs fan. But this weekend, there's a big game between the Miami Hurricanes and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish down at Hard Rock Cafe in Miami. Excuse me, not Hard Rock Cafe. It's Hard Rock Cafe Stadium, whatever the hell it is. I don't know.
I don't know either. It's just Hard Rock.
Yeah, Hard Rock Stadium. Hard Rock Cafe is where you go drink and eat, but it's Hard Rock Stadium. So this is going to set the tone for both of these teams. You got Notre Dame and you got the Miami Hurricanes. So one of those two teams will lose and be 0-1. And then you find out what character you have on your team, whether it's college, NFL, whatever sport you're playing. Once you lose and you become 0-1, you have to decide how you respond from that loss. Because you're going to lose. Nothing in life is perfect as much as I want it to be. You're going to lose. So we'll see. But you got Miami, Notre Dame, you got LSU and Clemson, you got Ohio State and Texas. And you're going up to Kansas to see someone of your family play football this Thursday, so that'll be good.
Yeah.
But even though it's not on the grandest stage, it's still fun to support the member of your family.
Yeah, of course.
To be there.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll see if he wants to go to the big grand stage in the future. I don't know. We'll see what he wants to do. But, of course, I always love supporting family and friends as well. And just visiting a new place. I haven't been out there yet to Kansas, and the weather is much nicer than it is here. So it's going to be a great few days.
I'm upset he didn't invite me,
Hey, what is it when you leave? Hey, baby, we're not in Kansas anymore.
I'm going to use that.
There you go. I like it. Then we're going to go from that to this to more. We have been enamored with this wonderful wall between the United States of America and the Mexican border.
Next field trip.
Well, we all support this wall.
Yeah.
We think that it's great to be able to keep out illegals. Everybody knows I support Latin American people who are carpenters, gardeners, landscapers. If you're here illegally, I'm sorry. We got to figure out a way to get you to become an illegal citizen without going through all of the chaos of getting on a plane, flying back to Argentina. Where's the one place the guy went back to?
What?
El Salvador.
El Salvador.
yeah.
Flew back to El
Yeah, they
Salvador.
flew down
Did you see the
there.
pictures of him when he was in El Salvador? He was actually fishing. He was actually out there having a good time. It looked like he wasn't
It's
in.
like he was hanging out back home.
Yeah, he wasn't actually in one of those maximum security prisons.
Yeah.
So this is one of those times to where a lawyer outsmarted himself. He should have just said, you know what? We're going to stay right here. Instead, he came back to the United States of America. He went to Tennessee. He went through that. Went back to Maryland. Went the next morning to set himself up. Then,
Sorry about that.
that's good.
We're getting
That's
we're
good.
getting an early sneak peek.
That's where we're going next. That's where we're going next.
Little,
So, through his wonderful attorney, he is getting deported to Uganda. That's where he's going.
Okay.
So he went. What I know about Uganda, Uganda is a very poor country. Do you know what language they speak in Uganda? What the language of choice is? That's their language.
English?
Hey, I got a smart guy with me tonight. It's actually English. English is the language. So,
well, as it should be. I mean, I think it brings everyone together if we speak the same language.
well,
Just an idea. I'm just messing around. I'm just kidding.
but it's interesting.
I'm not kidding.
But it's interesting that he's been everywhere. He was on the news, and everything he said, he spoke Spanish. So, and then today, his last words before he was leaving in Spanish, translated to English, were corrupt country. So how in the hell can he sit here and say corrupt country when he's the one who has committed all the crimes?
Projection.
Well, yeah, I mean, and to be fair, he's back in El Salvador, which essentially spent a lot of time getting rid of the corruption that was going on there. And he took advantage of the supposed corruption in another country, but when he got caught, he's like, hey, corrupt country.
So was he born into it? Is he a product of the environment? Did he feel like bringing it here because it was extinguished there? Extinguished there. It's like, what's going on?
He was a member of MS-13.
There we have it.
They have video of him transporting kids. They have video of all of these things. Once again, the media has portrayed him to be something he's not. He is not a white knight. He is an individual who got caught doing things that were wrong. He got punished. So that's his crime. But we have a corrupt country now because we're singling him out.
Right. That's why we have a corrupt country.
That's right. All right, well, we're going to be done with Uganda and El Salvador. We're going to come to a Nashville, Tennessee.
We got a lot of topics tonight. I already saw the pre-list. I was
Yeah.
like, all right, let's
We're
get
going
it
to
on.
cover some ground. 2 country artists. One who's more established, that's been around. His name is Charlie Crockett. No relation. And another guy, Gavin Adcock. Completely 2 different genres, eras of music they play. One is more old school, Hank Williams Sr., things like that. Then you got Gavin Adcock out here sucking up the Morgan Wallen. I actually think he signed with his producing deal, so I don't know. But I want you guys to listen to these 2 individuals and let us know which one you think is better.
Right after this ad.
Speaking of ads,
It's always something.
Branch and Barrel. JB, call it out. You do it tonight, my man. We actually had a call with our sponsor tonight before we came online.
Branch and Barrel from Colorado, weeded bourbon. We already killed the other bottle and the other 2 bottles, I believe. We need some more, and it's really good. But the fact of the matter is, we need some more. Flagship bourbon's the best, and obviously you can attest to that because it's empty. But the weeded bourbon is phenomenal, and it's now going to be the top whiskey we have here in Florida as well. And then what's coming up next? The vodka.
Vodka's coming. We talked to Scott, the owner of the company, tonight before we came on air, and we will have a new package here within the week, probably before next show. So that'll be good.
Worried if dying, one of them home
with alcohol,
stuck in my belly is worth being poor.
the vodka is.
Stuck in the saddle for founding $1 a day.
Like licensing, something like that. Or it's a brand new product, and a brand new
I'll never be rich, I found out too soon.
exciting for us.
Never could seem to get past the saloon.
If it's nice and smooth, then I can replace
Cowboys and money, mix can't you see? Mean only briefly to part company.
This is Charlie.
Stuck in the saddle for founding $1 a day. $1 a day, 38 pound days in the saddle and nights on the ground. Sometimes I wonder if I should stay stuck in the saddle for founding $1 a day.
That's that one.
That was Charlie Crockett.
And who's the next guy?
Gavin Adcock.
Let's see how he sounds.
My buddy called and said I lost a couple screws. Been trying to tighten them up, but they keep coming loose. Yeah, it's a wonder that I didn't see the light. Well, old man didn't tackle me, read me.
The other guy would be more or less around a campfire, you know, marshmallows,
Old
or
school.
smoking some beef or something like that. You know, hang out with your grandfather, just finished a fishing trip. This one's more or less you're with your girl in a truck, you're going out tonight.
Making moves.
Always
This
do.
this right
Always
here.
moving.
This right here reminds me Luke Bryan, FGL,
Yeah,
35-inch Nitos.
Yeah.
That's what that is to me.
Scooter said that one sucked too.
Well, I'm proud that Scooter can hear tonight. But it's just interesting, and it goes back to what we always talk about, the difference in people's thought process. It's no different than right or wrong. To me, I can't tell you which one's right. I can't tell you which one's wrong.
Can you tell us which one's black or white?
I can. I definitely can do that. But at the end of the day, personal preference matters in everything that we deal with every day in life. Speaking of black, our wonderful president, triple trumper, decided that he needed to have the wall painted black. Have you seen this?
Yeah, I have seen that.
All right. Well, you know the best part about this wall getting painted black?
I just want to touch it. You know.
Well, the best part about this wall getting painted black is it's only black on the United States of America's side. It's not black on Mexico's side. And the reason for painting this was to create heat. So it would be hotter when you were climbing or trying to climb.
So it should be black on both sides then.
How in the hell are you painting the other side black when it's on the Mexican side?
We hire Mexicans.
Well, that too.
You
We can do it.
You take the poles and you flip them around. And then you paint the other side.
So it was comical to me when I first started seeing it. I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. It's going to be a black fence because I like black. I'm like, I'm good with it. And then someone pointed out to me, he was like, Crocker, the fence is only black on one side. You can't paint the other side.
Well, to be fair, if they're grabbing the poles that they're climbing, their fingers are going to be on the other side.
I've watched these guys climb this fence right up. I've watched them come right down, and I watched them run right away. So this fence is a deterrent,
Yeah.
just like the police and the National Guard in D.C.
Yeah.
If people want to commit a crime, they will commit a crime. If someone wants to come across the border, they're going to come across the border.
I think you're right. I think the fence is a symbol, more or less. The real thing they have to look into next are the tunnels under.
Well, the tunnels predominantly are in California and San Diego, correct?
Arizona, yeah.
Yeah. I was made aware today that the newest way is drones. That people are following drones at a low altitude. People who want to get to America are going to get to America.
Yeah.
Just plain and simple. The coyotes are going to get them here. They're going to get their 5. They're going to get their 10. And the person's going to get here. Then they're going to be in an environment that they're going to have to sacrifice for a while. It's just the way it is. I can remember in the mid-90s to where each location through history from Mexico to the United States has changed. There used to be hot spots that were easy to go through, and now I just feel sorry for the people who are here, who are trapped between the left and the right, because we all know they're here illegally. They want to figure out a way that they can stay here and be a valuable part of society. So have we figured out how to do that yet? Because we sure as hell haven't figured out anything that we can all agree on.
I think that some of us have figured it out. The problem is getting everyone else to figure it out as well and being on board with the rest of us.
So, as you so eloquently said that, Gonzo, we're going to step in across the door. Why are the Dems fighting safety in every major metropolitan city? Why do they not want to protect the people who live in those cities? Oh, I know why. Because Trump wants to do it. Triple Trumpers cannot stand. They would rather sacrifice the people who live in the cities than do what's right.
Yeah.
This is not a right or wrong thing. It's real simple. What is the right answer, JB. Put more police officers, put National Guard there, change the legal ramifications to where if you get arrested on Thursday night at 9 o'clock, you're not released Friday morning at 10 o'clock. Cash bail, cashless bail may be good in certain scenarios. It's not a good environment for murder. It's not good for rape. That does not work.
Well, when there's no consequences for your actions, what's stopping you from doing it again? And again.
And again, that's the story of everyone's life because so many people feel entitled. The guy who got arrested last night in D.C., yesterday was the first time there was a murder in D.C. in the past 12 days. And he was like, take me to jail. Take me to jail. I will be out within 1 day. That's how corrupt this system is.
Yeah.
And this system has been put in place by the liberal judges, by the liberal politicians. I don't understand why they want to stand on a hill and say that I don't stand with safety. I don't stand with protecting the people.
The politicians, the judges, or the people?
All. The politicians,
Oh, the politicians. I mean, politicians have an agenda. The judges are bought off, and the people are retarded. Well, see, you laugh. But I mean, imagine being so brainwashed by who you think is a leader that you follow them blindly. That's the real tragedy.
as you so say that, JB, the left side's going to say the same thing about you,
Exactly.
Gonzo, and me following Triple Trumper. We are so blinded by the orange hair and the red hat.
Yeah, but the irony of us is we want safe streets. We want pro-family. We want to support people. We want people to be safe in the streets that they're raising their families in. And we don't want people dying, regardless if you vote the other way. I don't care. You can hate me all you want. I don't want to see you hurt. And I think that's where we differentiate ourselves.
So I don't think there's anything wrong with every major city. I think every mayor should say, you know what? It's a great idea to have more police. It's a great idea to have the presence of the National Guard on the street. It will be a deterrent. Will it stop it all? No. But will it help the United States of America? Will it help Chicago? Will it help Boston? Will it help New York? Will it help LA? The answer is yes. Common sense. We talk about common sense on the show a lot. And being reasonable. That's a reasonable answer. And yes, more police, more presence puts fear in people who are going to do something wrong.
It's almost like the veil needs to be lifted, so to speak, where once people can see the light at the end of the tunnel, they see, well, wait a minute, if the streets are clean, people aren't sitting on the corner selling drugs, people aren't murdering, people are stealing. Maybe Trump was right.
But so this isn't a political issue.
It doesn't have to be.
No, it should be common sense. It should be like, listen.
Safety for everybody.
Exactly. So when you hear Black Lives Matter, well, why in the hell are you not protecting your city? Why are you not protecting the black people? Because they are the ones who are involved in all of this more than the Caucasian person. They are in that environment. Those kids want to be able to go to school. They want to be able to come home from school. We have to protect every city. We have, and what's happening in DC has showed it works. So ask yourself, is one life worth saving to do this? And if you say no, you should not be a mayor of your city. You should not be the governor of your state. You should be doing anything and everything to protect the area that you are responsible for. If you know a fire's coming, make sure you got water. Mm-hmm. Well, there's a fire every night in Chicago. There's a fire every night in Chicago. Somebody dies. and it's preventable. It really is preventable.
Yeah. I think they've created a system where it's almost not preventable, meaning they can't fix it fast enough, even if they wanted to, which is really disappointing.
Which kills morale.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost at the point where the cities themselves.
These are the same people, Gonzo. Defund the police. Do they?
Right, they're pro creating a crooked system.
Yes. They tell you in one breath that crime is down. All right. Well, if you have, we're just going to use round numbers. If you have 100 murders, that's a lot. Well, it's down to 80.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 80 is not tolerable.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have 80 murders. We should have 0. So that is what the goal should be. Eliminate crime. Figure out a way to work together within this system to make everything safe. We shouldn't be in this position.
Yeah.
You can't blame a gun when you have the ability to prevent it. Washington, D.C., right now, Chicago, Boston, L.A., New York. Well, we shouldn't have it. The governor of New York called in the National Guard and had them in the subway system when people were getting pushed in front of trains.
Yeah.
It's a presence. The presence of that authoritative figure will eliminate the chaos that comes behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why Donald Trump is so hated by all of those people that they are sacrificing the lambs in the city that they run.
They were never spanked as children.
We got anybody commenting other than Scooter?
Yeah, we got record-breaking views is not only what someone commented, but it's actually true, too. We've got a lot of people in here. But Scooter, of course, is the #1 commenter. As always, we appreciate his support. We appreciate everyone else that's out there watching. And to your point, Crocker, what we just talked about previously, as Roosevelt said, Teddy Roosevelt being, speak softly and carry a big stick. I think Trump speaks loudly and carries a big stick. That's his policy.
Yeah, for sure.
I also think it's important to remember that we talked about this a little bit about this last time. He's hired to do a 4-year term.
He's only been there 6 months and
I
he's
know.
hitting, bam,
Exactly.
bam.
Exactly.
He is wearing it out every day.
We get something virtually every
You realize
single-
he talks
every single
on the
week.
fucking news. This is what I told somebody today.
Yeah.
I said, listen, I like Trump. I like him. I support him. But I'm so damn sick of hearing him say the same fucking thing every day. I can quote what he's going to tell you tomorrow. It's crazy. You realize I won 4 years ago. It's just, we keep going.
I really think that, I completely agree with you, but I do think that is for
We
people that don't actively read X, or they read Truth Social or vice versa, or they don't actively watch the mainstream media, which I don't believe anyone should. That is his way of creating some kind of, social platform or education to those who don't necessarily have the benefit or shouldn't be benefiting from mainstream media at all to listen to him, because we cannot guarantee what ABC, MSNBC, NBC, CNN, Fox News, PBS, or whatever says about him. We need to hear directly from. We need to get the water from the spout directly.
I'm a firm believer in repetition.
But see,
because it's sooner or
you
later.
read it, but not everyone gets it.
Right.
But we need to get people where you are, and like absorbing what he's trying to sell.
So I see, I hear, and I don't just listen to Trump. I listen to the other people. That's why the decision is so easy. Because when someone is speaking so ignorantly, why in the hell would you want to follow them? If an individual is telling you we don't have a problem with crime, and the statistics disagree with you, you have to be willing to do what I always say: open your eyes and listen.
You're right. I honestly believe it's shame, ego, and potentially a little bit of fear, where the ego won't let them change what they're thinking. They fear that being correct is actually, well, what you're saying is correct. but with that ego prevents them kind of going back. And it's shameful on the past decisions that got them where they are today. To
So
turn
all
back-
of this can be solved right here.
Absolutely.
We create a national crime bill. Bill Clinton was the last person to do anything like this. You have the law is the law, the rule of the law, what it is to here is the same as there. And I think it's been volatile from when Joe Biden was wanting to arrest anybody that had marijuana and put them in jail for 20 years.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So it goes back to what I always say, being reasonable, and can people agree? People will not be able to agree on a national crime bill because they will want to interject more than it actually needs to be. You start at the top with a national crime bill. Anywhere in the country of the United States, if you commit murder, you are automatically sentenced to death. Automatically. You get a fair trial, and if you are found guilty, you're committed to death within the next 30 to 45 days. You don't stay in jail for 30 years.
Yeah, waiting. What do they
Correct.
call it? Yeah, what do they call it actually?
So,
Death row. Death row.
yes.
Yeah.
So murder's number one. Everybody should agree. If you kill someone, why shouldn't you die? You had enough huevos or whatever in you to kill someone, you should die. If you rape
and we
it,
shouldn't pay what was it, like $1 million per person to do the it's either gas or what's the when they plug it inside you the chemical death whatever nonsense. Just
$10
shooting
fire
range.
range.
Yeah, fire range.
I'm sure Shooter will participate in that.
Appeals. That's just what he said.
Yeah.
Well, that is also our legal system too, though.
Yeah.
That's the whole problem.
Yeah.
We've allowed, if it's black and it's white, be done with it. You shouldn't have done it. You shouldn't have put yourself in the position to be where you are. If you rape a child, you don't get a pass. All of these people, this is what's created the issues that we're dealing with across the country right now. All of these behaviors have become accepted. Everyone just says, well, it's okay. No big deal. That's bullshit. Every time. Like right now in Florida, you got the super speeder deal. If you're doing over 30 miles an hour over the speed limit, you're going to jail. It's a law. Don't think I don't want to go fast, but guess who does not want to go to jail? So guess who's not driving 30 miles per hour over the fucking speed limit?
Only 29.
I've got this old man thing now. I get in the whatever I'm driving. I set the cruise control at 9 miles an hour over it. I put that distance thing on there to where it won't let me
Cruise
get.
control with the yeah.
So I just,
Adaptive cruise control.
adaptive cruise control. So I try to do the best I can to where I don't run over anybody and no one runs over me. But yes, I like driving fast, but the highway has not got my name on it where I'm going to jail. So that's out for Crocker. Crocker's not going to jail. So getting the national crime bill, you have Congress, you have the Senate, you have the president. Why are people not working on something like that? Fear?
I just think that me personally, there's back to what the
Just say it.
guy from El Salvador said, too much corruption. Corrupt country. I think that is a big part of it, quite honestly. I just think that the current people in charge don't actually want to help you. They don't give a rat's ass about you. And they just want to keep coasting through and getting a paycheck and getting book deals and getting under the table deals. And
Yeah, I mean, it's weird how the news was flooded with John Bolton's house being raided by FBI. I mean, of all people, cool, but we already know what he's done. We really need to focus on these politicians. If no one's lighting a fire in their ass, how do we ever get any change? Like term limits, this crime bill, anything. Accountability starts with people who write the laws, which is Congress.
I've said it over and over and over again, guys. You gotta have term limits. You have term limits, you eliminate a lot of this chaos. But what you just said, Gonzo, it's about money. It's about the corruption. Man, I got a fat hog here. Why am I getting rid of this?
Yeah.
I want to stay right here. So that's just another thing that should be out there. We hear how great everything is and how all of this is, but we're like a dog. We're chasing our tail. So speaking of chasing our tail, we've talked about alligator Alcatraz multiple times on the show. What do you think about an individual judge unilaterally shutting it down?
So I thought something that this report was passed a week or two ago that prevented federal judges doing a widespread whatever. Was this a Florida judge?
Alligator Alcatraz cannot take any more inmates. They cannot continue construction on anything else, and they cannot deport anybody from that facility by one judge.
Florida judge?
Yes. You know what? I don't want to say that. It's a judge.
Okay.
So I don't want to say it's a Florida judge, but it's a judge that handled the case.
Is a federal judge, they should not be messing with individual state or state laws unless it's a federal crime.
Well, everything in the federal supersedes city, state, all of that. That's why the FBI, the marshals, all of that are over all of those other crimes, anything like that. It's the federal takes it
I
over.
agree. I'm saying like someone has to go with them in some type of injunction and say, hey, wait a minute, what they're doing in Florida we have to fix or
Do you know why it's going on? The reason.
Yeah, because it's Trump's idea.
Yeah. I mean,
No. It's because of the anacondas. It's because of the wildlife.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why this is
so
all.
PETA got involved.
Yeah, PETA got involved. So that's where the money came in to direct all this to happen. So here you are, where common sense, in my favorite word, reasonable, is out the window. It was something that was working, and then go back to Gonzo said it. It was Trump's idea. Well, it was DeSantis' idea.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think any individual judge should have the ability to unilaterally
Yeah.
make a decision that impacts a state and things like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If judges are supposed to be mediators, who's filing this injunction or whatever you want to call it to be able to thwart what DeSantis wants to do with Florida?
Gonzo?
I actually don't know. That's
Well, personally, I think that it should be allowed. I mean, like, for example, let's say this. When a case gets to the Supreme Court, they've got 9 judges that have to essentially vote on it. So we should kind of normalize that standard with even things in the local level where it's like, listen, this is what's going on, but you can't just have a judge come in and say, this isn't legal, because it's one person saying that. You have to have a system that, you have to have checks and balances to fight against the people that are, quote unquote, the checks and balances.
Well, let's talk about some checks and balances. Mom Donnie, the commie.
Dun dun.
MTC.
MTC. Have you seen, can you believe, Gonzo, how strong this guy is? Did you see how strong he is? I was like, holy shit.
I mean, I can
I
bet.
want him to be the mayor of New York now. Man, he just could not bench press 135 pounds without someone helping him.
It's honestly sad to see in America we don't have the family man with the dog, the small business owner,
Unfortunately-
or the new young lawyer,
Yeah.
or the guy with the high testosterone. We have the weak people, the dumb.
We have a 33-year-old kid that has rallied people behind him through social media. The money he is raising to run for the mayor, 95% has come from outside of New York.
Shocker.
So
How is that even allowed?
But isn't Soros living in New York? Something?
So this campaign that he is running is a farce. He's a joke. There's no way that we can allow him to become the mayor of the greatest city in the United States of America. People have to step up. People have to realize that he is a joke. They need to know that this guy, what he stands for. Yes, he wants to lower the cost of living in New York City. Okay, great. He wants to lower the cost of living in New York City for the working class. But when you hear what he wants to do this, he wants the dignity of the neighbors, and he wants the government. The government's job is to actually take care of everybody.
Translation, more control.
He believes that the government can make all of our lives better.
Has it ever?
No, nowhere in the world has it ever done it. So he's thinking. So he wants to lower the cost of living. Does he realize where all of the money comes from to support the people that he's wanting to help?
No, he doesn't.
He knows exactly where it's coming from. And his donors.
He wants to freeze rent, okay?
California does this.
Gonzo, you're a landlord. You can't charge but a certain amount of money. Well, guess what's fixing to happen to the property? It is going to disintegrate because you're not going to put any money in it.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to have any money. So this dumb bastard over here, rents, it's done.
Capped.
Capped. Taxes are going to go up. As you, the landlord, pay more, pay more, pay more. Well, guess what? Sooner or later, you can't pay anymore because you don't have anything. So all of these people are living in slums again. These people don't understand what they're talking about. He wants to have a department of community safety. What the hell are they going to do?
It's like the counselors that show up to an active shooting. What are you gonna do?
He wants no cost childcare. Okay? Who do you think you're going to hire to watch your children?
Crackheads.
CPS.
So you're going to have people that do not have the wherewithal to take care of your children. But don't worry, it's going to be free. Free does not equal anything of substance. So this guy, one more time, he wants to hold landlords accountable for making sure the places are clean, making sure all of this. So where does this money come from? What he's going to do, he is literally, if he happens to unfortunately win at 33 years old, you will have the youngest person ever destroy Gotham. And there is no Batman there to stop him once he's elected.
Yeah, he moved to Florida.
So he wants to tax the wealthiest people in New York.
It's always a Democrat lie.
He wants to tax all of the biggest corporations. So when there's no wealthy people in New York, when there's no corporations in New York, who are you taxing? Where is this money coming from? The dumb people don't understand. Every time someone moves to Florida, every time someone moves to Texas, they're leaving California, they're leaving New York. Guess what happens to the Electoral College? Gets greater in Florida, gets greater in Texas.
Yeah, we also don't know the blue votes either.
Libtards will never have a chance to win the way they are governing the cities and states that they're governing right now.
Yeah, which is why they have to do the whole redistricting thing, the gerrymandering.
What's a census? See, you can do all of that for Congress and Senate, but you can't control the census.
Right.
The population in those states dictate the census, how that impacts the Electoral College. So you can't count illegal people. You count the actual people who live in that area, and you get what you get.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if voting in New York for the mayor Did they have mail-in voting fields?
Yeah, we talked about that last time. You could
So-
mail it in like up to 3 days prior.
Yep. So, will it be influenced?
Yes.
I mean,
if
the blue area.
if it's not already, it's definitely going to be.
Well, what I don't see is how the Democrats, as we have known them in the past, will rally behind him. Because he's not a Democrat. He is a socialist. What does socialist mean?
So he's a Democrat.
He's a communist.
So he's a Democrat.
He's not an old school Democrat.
No one's a JFK Democrat anymore.
There are still a few Democrats, but they are far and few between. So, when it's all said and done, Mom Donnie's got to get the fuck off of our ship.
Absolutely.
He has to be banished. He's from Uganda. We talked about Uganda more tonight than we talked about anything.
And he speaks English.
As far as I'm concerned, when it comes to Democrats, you never know where they're from.
You never know what they believe.
Exactly.
They tell you what you think.
You want to hear it.
Absolutely. All right, JB, wind it down. What do you want to get off your ship tonight?
Besides MTC,
Besides MTC. And you just explain to anybody who does not know what MTC is.
Mamdani the commie.
That's right.
I really want to get crime out of these large cities. I think that once people see the light at the end of the tunnel, they might be able to vote differently. But I still think mail-in ballots have to go. I also believe that the voting system has to be fixed. That's yet to be addressed. I just think that if we could show people the light at the end of the tunnel, I think Trump is going to slowly do this over time. Hopefully before the 2026 midterms, crime could go down. And I think people will start seeing that this Trump derangement system, TDS, should go away. And I think I want that off the ship.
I think,
It's okay.
I don't know. I this is like the first time in a while I don't even have an answer of what I want
Did
to
we
get
get
off my
anybody
ship.
commenting on Crockett or Adcock, or they both suck, is what we heard.
They both sucked is what we got. So I would say let's just get both of them off our ship. Let's get the drama off our ship. We don't need any more unnecessary drama. I know they're doing it for marketing, but at the same time, the less drama we have in our lives, the better.
All right. Well, we got to keep the bow up. We got to keep the water out of our face, keep the wind at our back, and to do that, we got to keep the liars and the thieves off the ship. And as we do that, that will allow for tomorrow to be a better day. So, as we close tonight's show, I hope everybody takes the time to learn about the cities that are not safe, about New York with a potential mayor who can win, who can clearly devastate your city to where you may never recognize it again.
And we actually mean that. So if you agree, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you don't agree, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And we'll see you next week. Take care, guys.
Absolutely.
Have a good night.
In a world full of noise and spin and shadows, one voice cuts through the lies like a blade through smoke.
Fear no man, fear no evil.
Because the truth is the only thing that matters.
Dance with the devil, walk with the angels, and the truth shall set you free. This ain't for the faint of heart. This ain't for the easily offended. This is where real talk lives. Because if it ain't black, it's white.
Welcome to the one, the only, the Robb Crocker Show.